least I have read the verse wrong. And it's thanks to a lot of influences in our culture that teach us some things that aren't actually accurate. Faith healers have gotten in our head and have taught us this thing that's never true biblically. A lot of people read that and say, all of these people came to Jesus, but because they lacked faith, he didn't heal them. That's how they read that verse. That's not what that verse is saying. Please don't read that verse that way. That's not what it's saying. Nowhere in Scripture does it teach that faith is sovereign. Please hear that. Nowhere in Scripture does it teach faith is sovereign, that faith dictates what God does. It does not teach that. It does teach that faith is the currency of heaven. It does influence God. But God calls the shots, faith doesn't. Let me give you some examples. Did we have to be there believing for God to create the world? No. He didn't need our faith in those 6 days to create the world. He created the world. He spoke it into existence. He didn't need us. Did we have to be there believing that Jesus would rise from the grave on Easter for him to rise from the grave? No. In fact, nobody believed. If you read the Gospels, none of the apostles believed, but he still rose from the grave. We're going to get to a story soon about the widow of Nain. She's marching down the street. She's got her son in a coffin behind her. There's no statement about faith or anything. Jesus just walks up to the coffin, touches the guy and says, "Get up," and he gets up. Nobody had to believe because faith is not sovereign. God is. Faith is not sovereign. It does not dictate to God what he can do. And every time people come to Jesus, what have we seen over and over and over? It doesn't matter how big the crowd is, what does he do with every sick person? Heals them all. All. The word's always all. It's the idea is he heals everybody. Is there anybody in Scripture he doesn't heal because they lack faith? Never. But that faith healers want you to believe that because they need an excuse when you go to their meetings. They have to blame you for why you're not healed.